Just take these next few moments just to nab any props that you might want for your practice. And then we're going to join together, lying on the earth, lying on the ground, on our mats this evening. Brill. So we'll meet together lying down, and we're going to start our practice with firstly crescent moon or banana sun, and then supine twist. So if there's any props that you like to have for either of those, particularly maybe supine twist, just have them close by so that in a few moments you've got them near to you if you need them. And then just come to lie down on the earth, letting the weight of the head be held by the ground, the weight of the shoulder joints be held by the earth, the spine, the back of the hips, and just gently extending the legs one by one. And we're going to come straight into crescent moon. So let's meet together by walking our heels towards the bottom left-hand corner of our mat. And just come into a really gentle curve with the body. Remember, we're just kind of warming up, and we're starting to reach the upper body towards the top left-hand corner. And just come into a really gentle crescent moon shape with the body. So you're just gently starting to invite the right side of the body to begin to open and lengthen and enjoy a gentle stretch. So if that means having a bend in the elbows, and that helps the shoulders relax more, and just noticing if there's any little adjustments you can make with the body so that you feel more at ease here. And the theme of our practice this evening is Ahimsa. And Ahimsa means reverence for all. So kindness and compassion towards ourselves and to all other beings. So in these next few moments, how can you show yourself some compassion and kindness? Might that be a little adjustment with the body so it feels a little bit more easeful? Perhaps not going quite to your end range, but instead softening your shape a little. Perhaps it's letting go of judgments or labels, and instead inviting your awareness to rest with your breath instead. As you start to breathe consciously now, feeling the nourishment of each breath. And just enjoying this quieter stillness as we rest in crescent moon. For just a few more breaths, perhaps 4 or 5 more breaths here. And as we're practicing Ahimsa this evening, we're going to spend a little bit longer in some of the shapes so that we invite some quietness, some stillness, some moments of just gentle rest for body and mind and spirit. And then taking one more breath here. And then gently release the upper body, perhaps bringing the arms down for a moment if they are above the head. Walking the legs and the feet back to the center of the mat, so you're in Savasana. And just taking a few gentle breaths here. Just softly breathing in and out through the nose, a very gentle breath as we're in our restorative supine sequence. And then walking the heels towards the bottom right-hand corner when you're ready, starting to create that gentle curve of a crescent moon with the left side of the body now. Again, the arms might reach up behind you, or you might have them open wide apart, or maybe a bend at the elbow like a cactus. whatever feels right, begin to just softly and gently open and lengthen through the left side of the body. And bringing your awareness to a soft flowing breath. Soft, easeful, flowing breath. The breath really nourishing you from within. And so our mantras for this evening, embodying and the spirit of Ahimsa, kindness and compassion to the self and all other beings. So by practicing, you're already offering yourself kindness and compassion. So an extra layer to this is our mantra. So we have a mantra for the body, for the mind, and for emotions. And so our mantra this evening is, may I be kind and compassionate with this body. May I be kind and compassionate with this mind. And if there's a very strong emotion that's present for you this evening, offering yourself kindness and compassion for your emotional self. May I be kind and compassionate with my emotion or emotions. Taking one more breath in your crescent moon and then gently releasing to Savasana, just into that lovely neutral, long, resting, restorative asana. Soft, gentle breath here. Taking a moment to pause in the quietness of the stillness of the shape. And then we'll bend the knees and plant the feet on the earth so that we can start to set up for our supine twist. So we'll slide the buttocks and the hips to the left side of the mat, and then we'll drop the knees to the right, and then we'll expand the palms as wide as you can, perhaps palms facing sky, so that the wings of your heart are open and expansive. You might bring your awareness to your heart and to your breath again. As again, we just pause here to be in the quietness, the stillness of this moment. May I be kind and compassionate with this body, especially if the body has some ailments at the moment, perhaps some discomfort or pain. Perhaps it's not moving in a way that we'd like it to, or that it's moved before for us. So can we offer the body kindness and compassion? Perhaps we're making judgments about how the body looks in some way. So can we let go of those judgments and instead offer kindness and compassion to the self? Coming back to the nourishment of the breath, nourishing the body from within. And then we'll take another breath in our supine twist. And then on an inhale, lift the knees, rolling up. And then slide the buttocks and the hips to the right side of the mat so the knees can release to the left. And if you feel it necessary to perhaps slightly soften the twist, have the knees more in line with the hips. Whereas if the knees are closer to the open arms, particularly the elbow joints, that will slightly intensify the twist. So perhaps for this practice, perhaps you can soften. So perhaps the knees are more aligned with the pelvis and the hips. And then settle into the shape and settle into rest here as you breathe the body, nourishing from within. Perhaps repeating the mantra, may I be kind and compassionate with this body. May I be kind and compassionate with this mind. May I be kind and compassionate with these emotions. Taking just a few more breaths in your supine twist. Nourishing, easeful, flowing breath. And then beginning to release on an inhale from your supine twist. You might have a hug of the knees in towards the heart before beginning to transition to seated, where we'll meet together. And we'll join together here seated. So you might be cross-legged, you might be in butterfly, you might be kneeling, you might be supported by a bolster or a wall or a cushion. And we're going to bring the hands into Haridya Mudra, or Apan Vayu Mudra as it's also known. And Haridya Mudra means compassionate heart. And so we curl in the index finger to the base of the thumb. So and the index finger represents air. So we're curling that into the base of the thumb, and then the tip of the thumb meets the tip of the middle finger, and then the third finger kind of rests on top of the middle finger, almost like the sort of soft tip of the third finger rests onto the nail of the middle finger. And then the little finger is just relaxed and outstretched. And then you can have the palms facing up or down. Haridya Mudra, compassionate heart. So let's just take a few moments to bring our awareness to our breath again. Sometimes when we transition, we lose that connection, or the connection dissipates. So just bringing your connection to your breath once again, because your breath is your nourishment. Breathing slowly and easily, perhaps with a soft ujjayi ocean breath resonating from the throat. And then let's begin to open the heart. So we're going to do a shoulder and chest sequence here. And you can either keep your Haridya Mudra or you can release the fingers, whatever feels right. I'm just going to start with some lovely lateral flowing movements. So just flowing from side to side, like a tree branch is sort of flowing in a gentle flowing breeze. I'm just beginning and continuing actually the opening of the side body. So we started the opening of the sides of the heart with crescent moon. So now we'll continue and develop that with our gentle flowing side bends. You might inhale as you lift, exhale as you soften. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you soften. Perhaps taking it one more time each side. You might have your Haridya Mudra, or you might just have soft release fingertips. And then from here, let's come into a flowing twist, perhaps twisting to the right. On an exhale, twisting to the left. Again, you might have your Haridya Mudra, or you might just have soft release fingertips. You might gaze to the side of your space or over your back shoulder as you softly flow into your twist. So taking this gently and easefully this evening. We don't have to go straight to our end range. Instead, we're just softly starting to ease the body, softly starting to invite the body to open, to begin to release. And taking that lovely twist one more time each side. Soft flowing breath. And then finding your spider fingers, we'll just take a gentle forward fold here. And it's not about bringing the heart to the earth. Instead, think about lengthening forward. So if you start with spider fingers on the earth, then kind of tiptoe those fingers forward. Keep the spine long. So rather than bowing or rounding the spine, keep the length through the spine, tailbone untucked. Your crown of your head is lengthening the whole of the rest of your spine forward. Let's take a few more breaths here, slow, easeful breath, almost like we're breathing nourishment of the breath up and down the spine. And ahimsa, so kindness to all others. We can only offer kindness to others if we offer kindness and compassion and love to the self first, meeting our own needs. And then we can meet the needs of others. Gently releasing from that forward lengthening. And then open the wings of the heart again. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, sweep the left arm under the right. Let's take our eagle wrap. You can wrap the shoulders, you can wrap the forearms. Lift the elbows just a smidge away from the heart, maybe like a millimeter. And lift your gaze. You might gaze to your fingertips. You might gaze to the horizon where the wall and the ceiling meet together. And you can choose, do you want to just rest in the stillness of this shape in this moment? Or actually would a little bit of flow feel right for you? Then on an exhale, you can almost sort of bow forward, allowing the curvature of the back this time. And then inhale, lengthening and rising. Or and exhale, folding. And either continuing with a gentle and soft flow, or perhaps settling into rest and resting in the shape, in the quietness of stillness, listening to whatever you need, offering kindness and compassion to the body by listening to what it needs. And then on an inhalation, again, we'll expand the wings of the heart. Opposite side, right arm wraps underneath left. Eagle wrap. And again, lift the elbows just like even a millimeter is enough. So the heart feels open and still space at the heart. And again, you might choose, once you have your gaze point, your drishti focus towards sky, you might choose to just rest here, just as you are, breathing slowly and easily. Or you might choose that flow again. Perhaps if the mind is very busy and it's quite hard for the mind to offer itself kindness and compassion, then maybe adding some flowing movement can help with that busyness. It can help refocus the mind to the flowing movement of the body. If the mind perhaps isn't quite ready for stillness, isn't quite ready for just to settle into quietness yet. And you have your mantra, may I be kind and compassionate with this body, this mind, and these emotions. And then on an inhalation, again, expand the wings of the heart. From here, bring the left arm to sky. Turn the right palm to face back. And then reach that behind to the lower back, option 1. Or you can reach the fingertips of the right hand towards the space between the shoulder blades. And then the left fingertips are going to reach to that space between the shoulder blades. The fingertips don't have to meet together. There's a classical variation where the fingers lock. And if that's comfortable and accessible and easeful, then of course choose that variation. But again, offering kindness and compassion by listening. What does the body need, as opposed to perhaps the ego mind, what we expect or want of the body? Instead, listening to what feels right, what we sense is appropriate in this moment. We'll take just a few more breaths here, almost like we're breathing into the heart in Gomukhasana. And then after your third breath, just releasing the arms wide, again, opening the wings of the heart. So this time, left palm turns back. Again, it might rest to lower back. It might begin to reach gently towards the space between the shoulder blades. The same with the right fingertips this time. Again, let's breathe together into our heart space, Anahata. And Ahimsa is one of the yamas, and these are sometimes called yogic or ethical principles, but I prefer Nischala Joy Devi's definition, and she says that yamas are reflections of our true nature, and that really resonates with me, because I truly believe that kindness and compassion and love are our true nature. But it just that life, the busyness and stresses and difficulties of life can sort of overlay our true nature. So with our practice, we're opening the heart to open to our true nature. And then releasing again, opening the wings of the heart for a breath, taking a gentle twist one more time in each direction. Flowing with the heart. And then from here, let's make our way gently to tabletop, and we'll begin more of a flow from here on in. Continuing to open the heart. So on an inhalation, sending the gaze forward. Exhaling, rounding, opening the back of the heart in your cat stretch. Inhaling, opening the front of the heart, cow pose. Exhale, opening the back of the heart, cat stretch. Keep flowing, we'll keep flowing through cat and cow with our breath for at least a half minute here. And you can add little lateral movements, you can add circular movements, any gentle, soft, subtle movements that start to open the heart, open the back of the heart, and start to bring ease and release into the body. May I be kind and compassionate with this body. May I be kind and compassionate with this mind and thoughts. May I be kind and compassionate with these emotions. And then taking one more cat-cow, and then we'll come into melting heart here. So coming down to the earth to your forearms shoulder distance. Let's bring the right forearm to support the forehead, right at the center of the eyebrows, Anjana. And then extend the left palm forward. Option 1, left palm is grounded, elbow lifted. Option 2, palm lifts and you rise up onto spider fingers with the left hand. Choosing the variation that invites opening and release and space into the left side of the upper body. Slow, easeful breaths here, nourishing the heart space, helping us to reopen to our true nature of kindness and compassion. And then taking one more breath here. Bringing that left hand back towards you. Lifting the forehead and then extending through the right side and using the left forearm to support the eyebrow center. Again, you might have your right palm grounded, or you might be on spider fingers with the right hand. Opening the right side of heart and chest. Slow and easeful breaths here as you breathe and nourish the heart space. And if you notice discomfort or tightness or tension in the body, offer that area of the body kindness and compassion. Let go of any judgment. Perhaps let go of worry or questioning why it is the way it is. And then taking one more breath here. And then rising back to tabletop. We'll tuck the toes under and we'll lift into our down dog. So in our mountain, our down dog, think about the tailbone as the peak of your mountain. Your fingertips are your roots, the palms and the balls of the feet, the base. And you're opening the heart space here. Stretching through the front and the back of the heart. Let's take a few more breaths here together. Slow, easeful breathing. Perhaps a soft ujjayi, ocean breath. Perhaps you're choosing to just rest in stillness, enjoying the quietness. Or perhaps you're adding a little bit of movement, a little bit of flow to the body, if that's what the body signals it needs. And then we're going to walk the feet softly, softly to meet the hands, coming into a lovely soft forward fold. A lovely generous bend in the knees this evening, creating the most sumptuous forward fold you possibly can for your body. May I be kind and compassionate with this body. And then you can either roll up through the spine or you can rise up on a long inhale with a straight spine. And then we'll meet together in standing mountain at the top of our mat or space. Let's come back to our Haritya Mudra, compassionate heart. So curling the index to the base of thumb. Thumb meets the tip of the middle finger. The third finger rests over the middle finger. Little finger is relaxed. Let's come back together with our breath here. Soft, flowing breath, nourishing us from within. Let's inhale and lengthen Haritya to sky. Compassionate, open heart. On an exhale, fold forward with a generous bend in your knees, so sumptuous forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can reach your arms back like bird wings, keeping the heart open here. Exhale, refolding. Release your mudra, release your hands so you can step back with the right foot. Bring the right knee to the earth, and then you might regather your Haritya Mudra as you reach to sky now with your hands, your wings of your heart, coming into Anjaneyasana, our heart lifted and open lunge. We'll take 3 more breaths here together. Slow, easeful breathing, nourishing you, each breath cycle. And then on a slow exhale, release frame the front foot. You can take plank or tabletop here. We'll lower to the earth. On an inhale, rise into your cobra. Pause in your cobra. Take another full breath in your cobra. And then on a second exhalation, soften with ease. Flowing up through tabletop, either to your mountain down dog, or you can come and bring the hips back towards the heel into earth pose. Again, offering kindness and compassion, and by listening to what the body needs in this moment. Offering kindness and compassion to the mind, especially if the mind perhaps isn't being gentle and kind. Can you softly begin to let go of those judgments? We're often the harshest critic of ourselves. So offering yourself kindness and compassion for whatever challenges you may be facing. And then from here, we're going to step the right foot forward. Left knee is grounded. You might gather your Haridya Mudra as you reach to sky. Anjanyasana. Let's take 3 more breaths here together. Slow, easeful breathing. Breathing into the heart. And then as gently as you can, release to the earth. Step forward. Again, a sumptuous forward fold. So generous bend in the knees. Let the weight of the head release completely with gravity here. So there's no doing, you're just folding into nourishment in your forward fold. And then on a long inhale, rise with that lovely long extended spine. And then we'll meet together in our mountain just for a few moments, gathering our breath, lengthening through the body. Haridya Mudra, you might gather as you inhale, lengthen to sky. Generous bend in the knees as you fold forward, sumptuous forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift, reach your arms back like bird wings, heart open. Exhale, soft fold. Release the hand, step back with the left foot this time, knee to earth. You know where we're going. Anjaneyasana. Let's breathe into the heart space. 3 full breaths here. After your 3rd breath, release to the earth. Plank or tabletop. We're going to flow into cobra. Again, once we rise, we're going to pause. Keep the breath flowing in your cobra. And then on an exhalation, release and keep flowing either into earth pose or up into your down dog, your mountain. Breath going slowly and easefully. May I be kind and compassionate with these emotions. If there's a very strong emotional feeling that's present for you this evening, whatever label it might have, can you offer yourself kindness and compassion? And then this time we'll step the left foot forward towards the left thumb. Again, arising with our Haridya Mudra, compassionate heart. 3 full breaths here as we nourish from within. When we offer ourselves kindness, it naturally seeps out into all those other beings around us. People we know, people who just by chance touch our lives. And then on an exhale, fold. Again, as you step forward, find a sumptuous forward fold. releasing into the rest of forward fold. And then on an inhale, rising, perhaps gathering your Haridya Mudra. Pausing in our standing mountain as we gather together. Gather our consciousness with our breath, nourishing us from within. And then from here, we're gonna step back with the left foot, coming into our warrior two from here. As you expand with the arms, bring your drishti, your gaze forward, Haridya, perhaps palms facing sky. 3 full breaths here. Perhaps you can soften, offering a gentler warrior, perhaps a softening of the joints, perhaps a softening of the jaw or lips, or perhaps a softening of the mind. May I be kind and compassionate with this body and mind. And then relaxing the back hand, lifting to sky as you come into your peaceful warrior here. Your gaze might lift, or your gaze might soften to the earth. 3 full breaths here in Shanti, warrior, peaceful warrior. And then as softly as you can, allow your transitions to be just as important and mindful as the end shapes. Coming back into your warrior two. We'll step forward to mountain and we'll come into our crescent moon. We're going to take this as a flow. So we're going to inhale, lift the palms to sky. On our exhale, leaning perhaps to the left there. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. 2 more times each side. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Exhale, softening. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, softening. With our feet, our roots are grounded and strong. When you've taken that 3 times each side, on your next exhale, fold all the way down to the earth. Sumptuous forward fold, generous bend in the knee. On an inhale, halfway lift, reach your arms back like bird wings, palms facing earth. Exhale, refold. This time, step back either to plank or to tabletop. Again, lower to the earth. As you rise into your cobra, keep the breath flowing. Pause in your cobra for an extra breath. And then on an exhale, release. Yogi's choice of earth pose or mountain. Remember, your tailbone is your peak. Your fingers and toes, your roots, your palms, and your balls of your feet, your base of your mountain. Checking in. Is there opportunity in the next few moments to offer yourself kindness or compassion? Whether that be for the physical, whether that be for the mental, or a myriad of thoughts, or maybe that be for an overarching emotion that happens to be very present at this moment. If you're on the earth rising, if you're in your down dog, let's begin to walk to meet the top of our mat, coming again into a sumptuous forward fold when you're ready. Perhaps gathering your Haridya Mudra as you inhale, rise to sky. Exhaling, palms to heart. Let's take our crescent moon flowing. Roots of our feet stay grounded. Inhale, opening. Exhale, perhaps starting to the right this time. Inhaling. Exhale, softening. Keep flowing 3 times each side. Flowing with your breath. And then after your third, bring your palms to your heart. Step back this time with the right foot. Let's open into warrior two on this side. So the left foot, left knee is bent. Again, coming to your Haridya Mudra, perhaps palms facing up this time, gazing to your front hand and fingertips. Let's take a moment here to breathe together, focusing on the beautiful nourishment of the breath, nourishing this body, nourishing this mind, nourishing our energy and our spirit. Releasing the back hand to back thigh, open into your Shanti, peaceful warrior. Breathing into the front of the heart here, 3 full breaths. Perhaps softening a joint or joints, fingertips, your jaw, your lips, your cheeks, perhaps softening your eyebrows, your frown. And then flowing softly, transitioning softly back to warrior two. From here, we'll step forward. We're going to come into flowing angel. So it's like a variation of warrior three. Releasing your Haridya Mudra for the moment, lifting the crown. So we're going to step back with the right toes. Option 1, the toes meet the earth. Option 2, you hover and you take a gentle bend into the left knee. And then on the inhalation, you lengthen to sky. Exhaling, coming into your bird wings, hovering the foot. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling. And then we're going to expand. We're going to open the wings of the heart. So as you touch the right foot down, bring the hands to rest on the heart. And then on an inhalation, send the heel back, open into your Haridya Mudra, like you've got bird wings here. And then we'll pause here to breathe, 3 full breaths. Keep sending that right heel as though it's trying to reach the earth or the wall behind you. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Lift your knee towards your heart for a moment. And then switch sides. Root through the right foot. Release the arms to begin with. So we just flow to find our balance. Again, inhale, lengthening. Exhaling. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling. And then hands on the heart. Inhale, Haridya Mudra. Open your bird wings. And soften. And then open your bird wings. Pause here. Keep sending that energy into that left heel this time. 3 full breaths here. Variation of warrior 3. Breathing into your heart space. And then hug that knee as you bring the hands to rest on the heart. Bring the knee towards the heart. And then pause here. Coming into your tree pose, bring the palms to the heart. Starting on whichever side you wish. Bringing your gaze to lift towards sky. And then opening the wings of your heart, perhaps again, gathering your Haridya Mudra, compassionate heart. As we breathe here together. 3 full breaths. May I be kind and compassionate with this body. May I be kind and compassionate with this mind. Bring the wings of the heart together again. Keeping your drishti focus as you come into tree on the other side. Without losing your focus. Breathing into the heart on an inhale. Open your wings. Perhaps coming into Haridya, compassionate heart mudra. May I be kind and compassionate with these emotions. May I be kind and compassionate with my energy. May I be kind and compassionate with others. May I be kind and compassionate with those people around me. And then bringing the wings together at the heart, releasing. And we'll flow to the earth together. Inhaling to lengthen. Generous bend in the knees as you fold forward. On an inhale, reach the arms back. Gather your bird wings again. Open-hearted, halfway lift. Extra breath here. And then on a slow, long exhale, fold deeply, deeply, deeply. And we'll pause just for a few more breaths in our forward fold. Let the weight of the head release. The shoulders, the rib cage. Generous, soft bend in the knees, so the body is as easeful as can be. And then bringing the hands gently to the earth, stepping back either to plank or your tabletop. And then as you lower to the earth, we're going to meet together in our Sphinx, using the forearms to lift the heart. Our gaze is forward upon the earth in front. Slow, easeful breaths as you breathe into the heart space. As we open to our true nature, love, kindness, and compassion. May I be kind and compassionate with this body, this mind, this spirit. Sensing perhaps 3 more breaths in your Sphinx. And after your 3rd breath, releasing to the earth and then rising through tabletop, tucking the toes, and we'll meet together in our mountain. Again, the tailbone is our peak. Our fingers and our toes are our roots, and our palms and the balls of the feet are our base of our mountain. Spread wide into all 4 corners. You might even bring the feet physically wider than you normally do. You might have a deeper bend in your knees this evening. What's going to allow you to create space? What's going to allow you to create softness, ease, or release in an area of the body that feels a little constricted? And just gathering here for maybe 3 more breaths. And then bringing the knees down softly and gently to the earth for your earth pose. And remember, you can always lie on your back for earth pose and hug the knees to your heart if that's kinder for the body. And choose an arm variation that feels kind. So you might take lateral earth pose if you've been enjoying that lovely sort of lateral curvature of the body. You might reach to one corner, or you might rest the arms alongside you, resting your wings. You might come into Shanti, so bringing the palms together, elbows on the earth, and you bring the palms to the back, the nape of the neck. That's a lovely way to create space at the upper back, the space between the shoulder blades. We'll be here for just maybe 30 more seconds as we breathe and nourish and open the back of the heart in Balasana, our earth pose. Just checking in that you're meeting your needs in this moment. When you meet your needs with kindness and compassion and love, then you can meet the needs of others, those that depend on you or require your support or knowledge or advice or love, whatever it may be. And then taking one more breath as you are. Rising up from the earth. And we'll meet together seated. You might sit on a prop or you might sit directly on the earth, your mat. We're going to meet together in our butterfly. So perhaps starting with a lovely big space between the heels and the body. And that way then you've always got the space to go a little further if the body signals it would like to. And then a couple of variations to choose from. You can keep the heart open and lifted, perhaps bringing your hands into your Haridya mudra, resting them on the thighs or knees. If you'd like to take the folding variation and folding the heart between the legs, you're very welcome. And open the back of your heart. Again, we'll be here for about half a minute. So pausing, coming into stillness and rest and the quietness that might offer. Perhaps repeating your mantra, offering kindness and compassion to your body, perhaps to your mind. You've had a very stressful or anxious, busy or demanding, mentally demanding day or week, or life events going on around you. Perhaps there's a really strong emotion present that's ebbing and flowing as you practice. And offering that kindness and compassion, especially if it's a negative emotion or something we might label as negative. If you're in the forward fold, beginning to, as softly as you can, roll up vertebra by vertebra, so you're gently rising, offering your spine and each individual vertebra compassion. And then from here, we'll draw the knees together. We'll extend the left leg. The right foot can either be stepped to the inside or the outside of the left thigh as we journey into Matsyendrasana, our seated twist. So let's take an inhale to lengthen heart and crown. Exhale, twisting to your right first. So allow the left forearm to help hug the knee towards the heart. And then again, you might gaze to the side of your space. You might softly gaze beyond your back shoulder. Perhaps spider fingertips with your back hand. It can help to invite a softer experience for the elbow and the shoulder joint. If you've journeyed right to the edge of your twist, perhaps you could soften a little just for this practice and see when you soften, how does the body respond? Does it respond by opening or releasing? When we let go of some of the doing and instead release some of the effort, we often find that we feel more open, more relaxed. The body begins to release more. On an exhalation, take a lovely sumptuous counter twist to your left. And then releasing the right leg to anchor to the earth, bending the left knee, foot inside or outside of thigh. Lifting the heart when you're ready. Exhale softly, slowly. Journey into your twist, twisting to the left this time. Using the right forearm to hug the knee gently to the heart. You might bring your right hand into Haridya Mudra, a final moment for Haridya. Compassionate heart mudra. And I'll offer you silence for the next few moments. On an exhalation, take a gentle counter twist to the right. And then gently release and begin to make your way to Savasana. And you can either come to lying down on the earth, traditional lying down in Savasana, or you might like to take legs up the wall pose and just swing your legs up a lovely steady surface, whether that's legs up a wall, up on a chair, up on the side of your bed or sofa. A very sumptuous, restorative, lovely option. Taking the next few moments, just make any last little adjustments with the body. You feel at ease in your Savasana. You let go of any physical effort. Repeating your mantra one last time to the body. May I be kind and compassionate to this body. And then with eyes closed, bring your awareness to your mind and the myriad of thoughts. Can you begin to let go of any thoughts that are clinging on? Let them go. As you repeat, may I be kind and compassionate with this mind. And then becoming aware if there's a particular feeling or emotion that's very dominant, and offering whatever it may be, kindness and compassion. Repeating, may I be kind and compassionate with this emotion. And then bringing your awareness to your heart, resting your awareness at your heart. As you rest here for a full minute, the quiet stillness of rest. You're very welcome to rest here for longer. Savasana or legs up the wall. If you want to close practice with me, bring your hands to your heart, either palms together or hands resting one over the other, over the heart. Take a slow inhale breath into the heart space. And then a sighing release. Taking that 3 times in total. Breathing into the heart. Thanking yourself for offering yourself kindness and compassion in whatever way you offered it for yourself this evening. And know that this means that you'll be able to offer kindness and compassion to the people in your life and those that just happen to chance and touch your life in some way, whether that's the postman, someone you pass by or know from meet in a shop, sharing your kindness with them. If your legs are up the wall, you might hug your knees to your heart. And thank you very much for joining me this evening. Dhanyavad. Thank you.